How are you, Rajat Sharma, Parveen, Ravi Chandran, Sanket, Raviraj? Where are our other friends? Yes, yes, I am fine, Rajat. Ravi Chandran, please plan after 6. Yes, yes, we'll plan after 6 only. Whether how many people tried to solve all 9 problems? Because I am always behind you guys. I always push to solve. I mean, I'll push. I mean, I cannot forget right now. I'll always try to push you up. So whether could you solve some problem? You tried a bit. Okay, tried. Fine, Ravichandran ji is my good friend. Okay, then Rajat Sharma, yes sir, very nice. Where is the Munir Babu? And where is Amal? Where is Nikhil? Tried sir, fine. Some questions solved. Today, what I will do, I will solve all 9 problems, 8 problems. One already we have covered because I felt I have to discuss these problems because while discussing these problems, I will uh, give many good concepts. So slowly we will look into all the problem. We will use our concepts, right? Whatever we have studied, I think we have studied more than 30 formulas. We shall use all those formulas. We'll understand. Fine. So shall we start now, or we shall wait for Amal or Nikhil? I don't know. Yes, Parveen Satyam Jaiswal. Okay. Okay. So one by one, this will solve. Right. So one friend that Neeraj, right? Neeraj, you don't worry, Neeraj. We have already covered some topics like machining process. We derived all formulas. Today we will solve some numericals problem. Amal has come. So we will solve numerical problems. So don't worry, it will be difficult for you to understand now. Am I talking to Parveen? He's a new student. Am I audible to you, Mr. Parveen? We have one Neeraj. What about Neeraj? Neeraj, one guy is there. He's new to this class. Uh, so Neeraj, you will feel discomfort in these numericals because you have not studied the theory. You have not gone through the derivation part of the formulas. So it will be difficult for you to understand. I'm talking to one new guy. He's a Mr. Neeraj. Okay, so don't worry. You may feel discomfort today, but when we start a new topic, uh, you will understand everything because this. Okay, so are you getting that Neeraj P Rezi? You can write our Zoom chat box. He is new to this Zoom, I think, or So yeah, Neeraj Pirezi, that I am telling, I mean, you will feel discomfort today, okay? Because you have not gone through the theory part of the machining, but recorded videos are there. I'll forward you. But you keep patience today, because when you don't know, I mean, you are not familiar with the formulas, it is very difficult. Anyway, you have to study this. So this is the one question, right? Okay, fine. So uh, these are all machining problem. Machining problems. We have already discussed theory part. Uh, so shall start from this. One number. This is in fact second problem. So mild steel is being machined at a cutting speed of 200 meter per minute. Means cutting speed is given to you, that is 200 meter per minute with a tool rack angle of 10 degree. So there are two rack angle basically. One is your side rack angle and one is back rack angle. When nothing is mentioned, you assume it is in a back rack angle. Back rack angle, because there are two rack angles. So when nothing is mentioned, it is because back angle is the most important angle. So this is back rack angle, that is alpha, that is 10 degree. The width of the cut, that is W is equal to 2 mm, 2 mm. And thickness means it is not chip thickness, it is your uncut thickness. T naught is your 0.2 mm, 2 mm. If the average value of coefficient of friction between tool rack face and chip is 0.5, mu is given, that is a coefficient of friction between rack surface of the tool and chip, because chip flows over the rack surface of the tool and there is a friction, and that coefficient of friction is 0.5. And shear stress of the work material is 400 Newton millimeter square. Shear stress is given. Always be careful. It is already given shear stress, but suppose they have given you the normal stress or principal stress, you have to be very careful, because in gate examination, what happens, or any examination, you simply, your brain works. Oh, it is an stress, so you don't think much, but they can. So always shear stress is you always write this, half of the normal stress you take. That is equal to 400 Newton millimeter. Determine the shear angle. Shear angle. We have to determine shear angle. Shear angle, that is phi, is equal to watt. And thrust and cutting component of machining force means Ft is equal to watt, and FC is equal to what? This is our question. Somebody asked, raised some doubt. What is the doubt? Sir, 5.73. Okay, Raviraj will check. You check. You just repeat it. Okay. I don't know what is the answer. It is, will check. You have to match. Because you have to, see, during discussion, when I discuss some problems, I will give you many information. That information you have to take. So here, cutting force and thrust force you have to find. Tan phi, we have studied formula. Tan phi is equal to r cos alpha divided by 1 minus r sin alpha. R is your chip thickness ratio, that is uncut chip thickness, uncut chip thickness divided by chip thickness. But here problem is that we don't know this value. We don't know this value. What is this value? We don't know this value. We don't know this value, right? No, we don't know this value. What this value? We cannot use this formula. We cannot use this formula because we don't have information. So when you don't have information, you use maximum power case, maximum power condition case. And you know maximum power condition, what is the phi relation? That 2 phi plus lambda minus alpha, 2 phi plus lambda minus alpha by pi by 2. Right? So this you use the relation. And then pi is your 180 you take. And because this lambda, what is the lambda? Lambda is your friction angle. So tan lambda is equal to mu. You know what is friction angle? Friction angle is basically the angle between normal and friction. This is your resultant and this is your normal. This is your friction F. So this angle is your lambda by the definition. Friction angle is the angle, and what is R? R is equal to F plus N. This is F, this is N, this is R. So this friction angle tan lambda is equal to mu. You can calculate lambda. You can calculate lambda. And phi alpha is given to you. You can write alpha. Okay. Merchant equation, yes. So what is that phi? So phi value you can estimate from this relation. Phi will be equal to pi by 2 minus lambda plus right, lambda plus alpha divided by 1 by 2. So this, from this you can calculate phi. And that phi value comes to be 36.7. So phi is your 36.7 degree. Now, what is we have to, so shear angle is already over. What is thrust force and what is cutting force? And you know the formula. FC is equal to R cos. We have already derived this formula, cos lambda minus alpha. And FT is your R sin lambda minus alpha. From the merchants relation we can get. But what is R? Again, you know R is equal to Fs divided by cos phi plus lambda minus alpha. You know phi, you know lambda, you know alpha. but you don't know what is Fs. Fs is equal to, what is that value? The W T naught tau divided by sine phi. You know sine phi, you know width, you know uncut chip thickness, you know shear stress. So everything is given here. You know T naught, you know phi, you know W, width, you know shear stress. You can find Fs, you can find R value, you can find Fs, Fc, and Ft. And after solving, what you will get? Fc you will get 420 Newton, and Ft you will get 125 Newton. Generally, Fc will be greater than Ft. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear? Anybody, any doubt? Question number 2. Another question. That question is, in an orthogonal cutting operation, the following data have been observed. That is your uncut chip thickness, that is T naught, cutting speed, that is V, width of the cut, that is W, rack angle, again it is back rack angle, 10 degree alpha, cutting force, that is Fc, and this is Ft. Here also you see Ft is less than chip thickness, that is Tc is this much, 0.228. This is greater than your uncut chip thickness, 0.228, greater than 0.127. Then determine shear angle phi, friction angle lambda, shear stress tau, power P, that is Fc into V, chip velocity, that is V chip, shear strength, that is gamma, shear strength rate, that is gamma dot. My computer got hanged, so wait, let it. I will change computer. Yeah, fine. So this is your gamma dot. This is your rate form. So gamma dot. This is rate. One is your shear strain. That is your unitless. And this will be unit of per second. Because strain is strain and strain rate. There are two things. Here it is strain, here is strain rate. Okay, so put the form, put the value, get the answer. This is the thing. Put the way. No concept, nothing is required. So one by we will solve. Shear angle phi is equal to tan inverse, right? Tan inverse r cos alpha divided by r minus r sin alpha. What is r? R is your T naught divided by Tc. This is your how much? 0.127 divided by 0.228. right? And alpha, you know, alpha is 10 degree. So alpha is 10 degree. What is that? 10 degree. So phi will come 31.26. 31.26 degree. Then friction angle. What is friction angle? Friction angle, you know, 10 mu is equal to 10 lambda. But here mu is not given. Mu is not given, so you cannot use this formula. So you have to use another formula. You can use this formula. Fc is equal to R cos lambda minus alpha divided by Ft is equal to R sin lambda minus alpha. So R will be cancelled. This value you know. So 10 lambda minus alpha is equal to Fc by Ft. And you know Fc is your 567. And what is Ft? 227. Alpha you know. So lambda is equal to alpha plus 10 inverse 567 divided by 227. And here one thing you have to note that by practice only this will come, because it is there are so many variables which formula will be used. It will not come to your mind suddenly, because once you do, once you practice lot, many times, I mean, you will all formula will be in your head. You can, I mean, it is like if you have practiced our formula, you have solved more than 30-40 problems many times. By intuition, you will feel that this formula will be used. Otherwise, you will be just roaming here and there, trial and error. So all formula, their the involved parameters should be very clear. Okay, you know, I have to approach. This is given. This is to be fine. This is to be fine. So you. I am telling you, it is all about practice. Again, I am telling you, it is all about practice. Because you know, otherwise, you again, I am telling you, will be roaming here and there. Okay, you will use this formula. It's not working, right? Okay, Raviraj, FT by FC. Fine, fine, fine. Correct it. FT by FC. So it is FC is your cos. Right now, it is sine. No issue. So it will be your FC. Up to here it is okay. Now this 10 lambda will be your FT. FT by FC. So you solve this. Up to this here it is okay. So 10 lambda. 10 lambda minus alpha is equal to FT by FC. This formula is very useful. Tan lambda minus alpha is equal to Ft by Fc. This is very useful formula. Very useful formula. Now, shear stress along the shear plane, right? No, that is my pair. This shear stress tau will be equal to Fs by As, already discussed, right? And then, so this you have to find is equal to what? So Fs, if you know, Fs you know, Fs is equal to Fc cos phi minus Ft sin phi. You know phi, you know Fc, Ft, and then you know what is As. As is your W T0 by sin phi. So you can find tau. So tau will be your 240 megapascal. This is the answer. You have to use this relation. This relation you cannot use because F tau W tau divided by sin phi. Because here are two unknowns. This is also unknown. This is also unknown. This is, you have to find. So if you have to find this from this, you know Fc Ft, you know cos phi cos sin phi. Then power you know very easy. Power is your Fc into V. Power. So power, cutting power or machining power, Fc into V, for cutting force and cutting velocity. Cutting force is given to you, cutting velocity is given to you. So this is your, where is the velocity? 2 meter per second. Cutting velocity is 2 meter per second. And cutting force 5, 6, 7. So it will be your 5, 6, 7 into 2. So it will come your 11, 3, 4 watt. Then you have chip velocity, V chip. You know the velocity triangle, chip velocity, cutting velocity, and shear velocity, and V sin phi divided by cos phi minus alpha. So V is your cutting velocity, that is your 2 into sin phi. Sin phi you have already estimated 31.62262 divided by cos 31.2 minus alpha. Alpha is your 10 degree. This will be, what is the answer? The chip velocity. V 200 meter per second. What is Rajat? What you are asking? V is 2 meter per second. Meter per second. What is your doubt? Yes. So B chip will be your, B chip is your 1.11 meter per second. What is shear velocity? Shear velocity. Shear velocity. B cos phi divided by cos phi minus alpha. What is this value? Shear velocity. This is shear velocity. 2.11. 2.11. So Vs is equal to 2.11. Now, one important thing I'm going to discuss, you have to be very careful again I am telling you, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Yes. One is called shear strain, and another is called shear strain rate. Try to understand these two. We have already discussed gamma is equal to cot phi plus tan phi minus alpha. This gamma we said this is tan theta, right now, and this is your strain. While when we derived this, we used this very small concept. Right now, one force is applied like this that we call shear force, and that body gets deformed like this. Body get deformed, and this deformation angle, or so this is your y, this is your x, this is your deformation angle, theta is your deformation angle, or it is also so tan theta, or angular deformation, or angular deformation, or simply we call it is deformation. And tan theta we call it is shear strain. This is your x, this is your y. So tan theta is equal to x by y, that is gamma. That we call it is shear strain. But what is this rate? You know, in fluid flow, when in fluid mechanics, I will be discussing, there is a flat plate over which a fluid is flowing. Right now, a viscous fluid is full flowing, and we have a shear stress between the layers of the fluid particles. Right now, we'll discuss viscous force, viscous force. We will also discuss Newton's law of viscosity. Newton's law of viscosity will discuss, where shear stress is proportional to velocity gradient, right now, and then tau is equal to, we'll call mu du by dy. We'll take an element, one layer will take, this distance is y, and this is moving with velocity u, then we call shear stress is proportional to the velocity gradient. So this is y is equal to 0, this is y is equal, and velocity v is equal to 0, this is y is equal to y, and velocity v is equal to v, or u, if I say. So here fluid at rest, when height increases, fluid velocity increases, and this is the velocity, right? This du by dy we call shear strain rate. It is here u, it is velocity, but here it is x. It is a position changes. So when it is in a rate form, so gamma dot is equal to x dot divided by y. So this is your u by y. That we call shear strain rate. When it is velocity, we call it is shear strain rate. When it is only a distance, that we call shear strain. So here in one, it is asked shear strain. So shear strain formula we know, we will use this formula and we will find shear strain. But when we say shear strain rate, so we have to apply formula gamma dot is equal to ds divided by y, that is your shear. This is the thing, right now. This is the, we call it is shear plane width. or shear plane thickness or thickness of deformation zone, thickness of deformation zone, yes, zone, whatever you pronounce it. So here V is your shear velocity. The shear plane thickness or thickness of the deformation zone. You have to take here velocity Vs, right now. In this formula, we derived this, right now. Here, you know how to calculate shear strain. Now we are discussing how to calculate shear strain rate. Because in a gate, when you solve gate problems, your doubt will be cleared. So shear strain rate is equal to shear velocity divided by thickness of deformed zone. You know, this we have already discussed. This is our pet figure, the 2D, right now. This is your O, this is your P, this is your T naught, this is your phi. What is sine phi? Sine phi is T naught divided by OP, and OP is equal to T naught divided by sine phi. That OP is your deformed thickness. The OP is your, this is your OP. OP. Right? So this is the thing. It changes like this. We have already discussed. So this is OP is your deformed zone. So shear strain rate gamma dot is equal to Vs divided by T naught divided by sine phi. That's all. Everybody is clear? So deformed zone thickness is OP. That OP is your T naught divided by sine phi. This is thickness of the deformed zone. This fellow is. Everybody is clear? All clear. Fine. Now next. Now next problem we'll discuss. In orthogonal cutting operation, data are available. Following data are available. Feed is 1.25. Feed is 1.25. That is feed. In an orthogonal operation, the feed relation, feed is also T naught, that is also equal to T naught in orthogonal, that is equal to 1.5 mm. Chip thickness Chip thickness after cutting means it is T chip. 2 mm. Rack angle alpha is 10 degree. Shear strength, it is different unit. You take care of this unit. 6,000 kilogram per centimeter square. Width of the cut. When width of the cut is given, no, always it is related to shear stress or shear force. 10 mm. Cutting speed very high, 30 meter per minute. It is 30 meter per second. It is 0.5 meter per second. Coefficient of friction very high, 0.9, right? 0.9, that is also equal to 10 lambda, where lambda is friction angle. Determine chip thickness ratio. What is the chip thickness ratio? R is your T naught divided by T chip. Okay, fine. So 1.25 divided by 2 mm. This is your answer. Shear angle, you use that formula, our PET formula, shear angle. Our PET formula is there, 10 phi is equal to, even in GATE, they will ask you simple this, because so see, don't expect GATE ask big questions. Because when you solve this 35 years of the GATE questions, you will feel that very easy question is asked, easy questions. Almost 80% questions are very easy once you try. When you solve, no, that time only you will understand. What is the doubt anybody asked? Clear, sir. Okay. Is there any need to change velocity? Yes, man. You have to change. You have to take care of the diamond unit. You have to take care of units. And options unit, and unit of options. Clear, Rajat? These are no, see, you are clever, yaar. You see, you all are in a graduation. You have BTech. It is a graduation. It is the highest degree almost. So you now not a kid. You think I can just guide you. I cannot tell you every details. Okay, Rajat, you take care of units, you take care of dimensions. When you study in a big institution like MIT, Harvard, Oxford, California, Caltech, Berkeley, or MIT, Massachusetts, or ISC, when you do PhD after graduation, no, nobody helps you, nobody tells you, your even guide, your professor, nobody will help you. You have to come out. You have to judge yourself. You have to take the judgment, because our habit is to always ask teacher small things. No, you are now man. You are a graduate engineer, so you don't require a tutor now. Even I'm not required, but because of this, you need some expert that will help you, because we are not able to do our own. So yes, sometimes we require for competition, but we are all matured. We are all graduate right now. I mean, no. Oh, you are getting Rajat. You got my point or not? Is it no, Amal? Am I right or not? Amal is a working. Ravi Chandran is a working guy. Many guys are working here. Is it normal? Am I right or wrong? Because Amal and this, no, we have very good. So it's no, okay, fine. Actually, I have Amal was he studied in Barton Hill, I think, and yes, fine, fine. Okay, we'll proceed. Chip thickness ratio already over. Shear angle is over. Shearing force you calculate. Shearing force, very easy. Shearing force. There are two formulas. You use this formula, tau divided by sine phi. You know this formula use. This formula use. You know tau. You know width. You know uncut thickness. Then friction angle already it is there. So alpha is equal to tan inverse 0.9. It will come in a degree. Cutting force, you know, FC R cos lambda minus alpha. You know lambda you got from here, and alpha is given 10 degree. 10 degree. R, what is R? R is your Fs divided by cos pi plus lambda minus alpha. Then power, you know, very easy to find the power. Cutting power, that is cutting force, power Fc into B. So Fc, you know, from this, and velocity is given 30 or 0.5 meter per second. So you can calculate this. B is your 0.5 meter per second, and cutting force you estimate from here. So now this problem is solved. During an orthogonal cutting operation, so what is this? This is your tool signature. 7 alpha 668 31 millimeter. So I because suddenly in gate examination, so I told no BS, ES, ES, right now. So first is your rack, then you have relief, then you have cutting edge angle, cutting edge angle. You remember this is your rack, this is your relief, back and side, end side, end side. So this is the tool signature. Already we have discussed. It tells all 6 angles, and this is your nose radius. Nose radius, back rack angle. This is your back rack angle. This is your side rack angle. Side rack angle. This is alpha S. This is your alpha B, and that we also write alpha. Then your end relief angle. This is your end relief angle. I said it is E, end relief angle. And this is your side relief angle. And this is your what? Again E, in the cutting edge angle. Already we have discussed cutting edge angle. And this is your again S, side cutting edge angle. And this is your nose radius. It is clear now. So we know what is the alpha here is 7 degree. So the undeformed chip thickness is 2.5 mm. So undeformed means T naught, 2.5 mm. and width of the cut, that is W, is how much? 2.5 mm. The side rack angle of the tool was chosen such that the machining operation could be approximated to be orthogonal. So side rack angle, what is the side rack angle was choose? This is your tool signature, right? No, tool signature. Such that machining operation could be approximated to be orthogonal. The tangential cutting force and thrust forces were this much. Okay, calculate side rack angle, coefficient of uh, friction at face on rack face, dynamic shear stress, that is, so you have to calculate mu, you have to calculate alpha s. So this is your alpha, right? No, this is alpha. It is not given, alpha s. Basically, you have to calculate this alpha s. Alpha s is equal to what? So that the machining will be orthogonal. Means orthogonal means cutting edge and cutting velocity are perpendicular. Cutting edge and cutting velocity are perpendicular. If it is not perpendicular, it is an oblique. In our all discussion, it is an orthogonal. In all problems, it is clearly mentioned process is orthogonal. But in GATE syllabus, you have only orthogonal cutting operation. You don't have oblique. Only orthogonal cutting operation is there in a GATE. So when you go in details, more details, you will find a relation, this one. Alpha B cos psi is equal to tan alpha s sin phi. Alpha B is back rack angle, side rack angle, and alpha the psi is your side cutting edge angle. Side cutting edge angle. So this is the condition. This we got from that oblique. Generally, basically after GATE or any examination, if you are much interested in a machining, then IIT Kharagpur, KGP, NPTEL, one video is there. You watch that. It will take almost 10 hours. They have started from very beginning, and it is complete understanding will be there. But that is not useful for GATE because you will be trapped. You can watch and you can understand that only once you complete your entire GATE syllabus, entire previous GATE questions papers. Once you have completed these two things, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, you will be trapped. Again, I am telling you, because I have watched that video long back, many times even, and I like that. But I don't recommend you now. From there only, they have put the condition for oblique, and it will be very difficult to understand also because they use complete geometry oblique. Finally, they will conclude and they will use this relation. This relation will be condition will come for condition for orthogonal, and finally you will get this. So you can calculate this phi from this. You know this value. This you remember this. GATE has asked one time. Remember, I don't know whether GATE asked or not. So this psi is your side cutting edge angle. Right now, so you can calculate. Let me check. I missed something. The side rack angle of the tool was chosen. So side rack angle. You can calculate this side rack angle. Using this side cutting angle is given to you. Given You can calculate given. This is given. You can calculate side. This you can calculate. This alpha b is given. Given alpha b is given. Just a correction, and psi is given. You can calculate this. What is psi? Psi is your side cutting edge angle. Side cutting edge angle, how much? Side cutting edge angle. Side cutting edge angle. BS, ES, this S, that is 30 degree. So we put here 30 degree, and the rack angle is 7 degree. 7 degree. So tan 7 degree cos 30 degree is equal to tan alpha S and sine 30 degree. So tan alpha S is equal to tan 7 into cos 30 divided by sine 30. You can calculate this. Is it okay, everybody? You got this? Psi is given 30 degree. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, okay, yes. Clear, everybody? सबको समझ में आ गया? मन से लायो, मन से लायो. That is Malayalam words, whether you understood it or not. (12.06) is the answer. That is alpha S is equal to 12.06. Now coefficient of friction. So now coefficient of friction and stress. So mu is equal to tan lambda is equal to F by N is equal to F by N, that is equal to Fc sin alpha plus Ft cos alpha divided by Fc sin alpha minus Ft cos alpha, right? And then shear stress force is equal to tau 0 W tau divided by sin phi, and you can calculate tau, that is Fc sin phi divided by tau 0 W, dynamic shear stress. Fc is given to you, Ft is known to you. How much? 117 Newton, and Ft is 560 Newton. Alpha is your already 7 degree. You can calculate mu, and then Fs, you can calculate Fs, right? No. But here again one problem is there. How to calculate phi? Phi is equal to what? Tan phi is equal to 1 minus r cos alpha divided by minus sin alpha. This we cannot use because data, we don't have sufficient data. We don't have sufficient data. So we'll use that condition, phi plus lambda minus alpha by pi by 2. That is 180 by 2, right? No. So you can use this phi, put this. And Fs, you calculate this Fc cos phi minus Ft sin phi. Fs you calculate from here, you put here, sin phi you estimate from here. It is all about playing with the formulas. There is no concept. Already we have discussed how to derive formulas, right? No, you have to wisely use those formula without any confusion and without any trial. In your mind, there is only one way to approach correctly. That approach comes after a lot of practice. There is no other way. No other way. Again, I am telling you. Without, if you solve 50 problems 3-4 times, in your brain all formula and everything will be fit. Oh, mind will say, no, this will not work. This will not work. Ah, yeah, this will work. Everybody getting this? Shall I move ahead now? Can I? Yes. Tell me whether next. Can we discuss next problem? We have to teach lot of things. Lot of things are there. Yes, man. Use. Yes, Rajat. Use maximum power equation. Clearly, I am telling you, when data is not sufficient, clearly in a bold and that high tone, I am telling you, when data is not sufficient, when data is not available to find the shear angle, use that relation. Now, this problem. During this problem, we'll see. During orthogonal, here what is used orthogonal, see. Cutting mild steel, workpiece, the following data was obtained. FC is 900 Newton, FT 670 Newton. And again, no, this Newton force you have to understand also. There is a feeling. These are all real data. Somebody asks you, some interview of manufacturing engineering interview. Why? How much cutting force you generally see in a cutting operation? Option they will give you. 5 Newton, 10 Newton, or it is mega Newton. So it is varies between 500 Newton to 2000 Newton or 1500 Newton. So you should feel that. And what is this 900 Newton means? If you lift in 90 kg, 90 kg, that much force, right? No, 10 point, it is G value. So 90 kg force. We can say it is 90 kg force. Kg force means we can say it is a 70 kg force. Means if when you lift a 90 kg weight, right? No, so this much. Okay, fine. Cutting speed V is your 2 meter per second. Not that I mean a very good speed, 2 meter per second. It is means how many kilometer per hour? 2 into 3600. It means 72 divided by 100, right? No, 7.2 kilometer per hour, right? Kilometer per hour. That is kilometer speed. Because this speed we can feel. We can feel this speed. Right now, we can feel this, say 8 kilometer, 10 kilometer, not very high speed. Right now, we can feel this force. Feel the data. Feel the data. 90 kg, 70 kg force means you have to lift a 70 kg. You have to lift. Right now, lift 70. This is the speed. Okay. Undeformed chip thickness. that is T naught undeformed 0.26 millimeter. Once I wrote one gate examination in that Harbury, I was very fast. I used the deformed thickness in the place of undeformed, like width of the cut or depth of the cut, because it is an orthogonal. D is equal to 2.8 mm. Chip thickness ratio R 0.32. Chip reduction coefficient. This is just information. If it is chip reduction coefficient is 1 by R. Suppose this is given to you, then take this ulta. Determine heat generated due to searing, heat generated due to friction. What is the issue? No issue. Heat generated due to searing. Heat generated due to searing. Already we have discussed total cutting power is Fc into V. Fc into V, and that is consumed in two places to cut the material and to overcome the friction. This is friction force, chip velocity, shear force, shear velocity, and this is the thing we have already discussed. So searing, that is they are telling QS, or suppose QS, that is your F shear force into Vs. Heat generated due to friction. Heat generated due to friction. Heat generated due to friction will be equal to total minus this fellow Fs into V. V chip, Vs. So cutting force, right? It is given. Not given. Cutting force 900, 670, 900, 900 into 900. Sorry, 9 Fs you calculate. How to calculate that Fs? You know how to calculate this Fs. Fs you calculate. You can do that, right? I am writing the answer. 1371 and 428 watt answers. Everybody following me? Yes, no, maybe. Now solve next problem. A machining operation is cooled by soluble oil having a specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity. This fellow means you have a machining operation. It is a cutting fluid problem. Cutting fluid problems. And cutting fluids problem. Already I have said cutting fluid takes all the heat. All the heat. Ideally, it should take all the heat, but sometimes it doesn't take. Flowing at the rate of this liter per minute means Q is given 50 liter per minute. So it is your 50 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube, because 1000 liter is equal to 1 meter cube, divided by 60. So it will be your SI unit, meter per second, meter cube per second. If 12 is absorbed at the cutting, means cutting power is given to you. Cutting power is 12 kilowatt, means 12 into 10 raised to power 3 watt. This is the cutting power, that is equal to FC into V. Total cutting power is consumed. How much power is 12 kilowatt? Hey, how to feel this? Feel the 12 kilowatt. What is 12 kilowatt? What? 12 kilowatt. What is the bulb? What is the bulb power? 100 watt. So 60 watt, 100 watt, fine. So how many bulbs? How many bulbs? 12 kilowatt means 12,000 divided by 100. 120 bulbs. 120 bulbs. Right? Am I right? Am I right? 120 bulbs? It means my village. Every home, suppose one bulb at one house. Suppose you have 120 house. Getting how much power is consumed? Can you feel this? Can you feel this power? 120 houses. Suppose each house one bulb. 12 kilowatt. One house, each house, suppose if you provide one bulbs, so 12 kilowatt means 100 watt bulb. So total will be 120 bulbs, means each house one bulbs, right? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Nobody is answering, huh? What is the Trivandrum electricity charges per unit? Trivandrum, what is the Kerala electricity charges bill per unit? 8 rupees per unit. 8 rupees, sorry, RS, 8 rupees per unit. 7 to 8, very nice. How much amount for this power? पैसा कितना लगेगा? इतना पैसा वैनम, इतना रुपया वैनम. 12 kilowatt means 1 unit means 1 kilowatt for 1 hour. 1 hour. That is equal to 8 rupees. So 12 into 8 per 96 rupees per hour. Am I right? 96 rupees per. Hey, 9,600. Where that? How much? 96 rupees. So 96 rupees per hour. 96 rupees per hour. 96 rupees per hour. Huh? 96 rupees per hour. 96 rupees per hour. So what is 24 hours? 8 hours. Suppose 24 hours. 24 hours per day. 24 into 96. You take it. So it is almost 2400 rupees for one day. 24 into 30. How much? How much? 72. Am I right? So per month, if you open a workshop, suppose you have lathe machine, or you have a shaper, or you have turning, you have to spend this much per month. Almost 1 lakh rupees. What is the machining rate for suppose milling? Suppose 1 hour milling. How much? Have you checked? A mechanical engineers, tell me. Suppose if you go a workshop and you ask, sir, there is a 1 hour work. I have to machine some parts that will take 1 hour. How much they will charge? Mechanical engineers, they will charge you, if it is 600, 500, 400 to 500, 500 rupees, because electricity is 100 rupees. Machine cost, labor cost, overheads. What is the profit? Everything will be there. Depreciation of getting my point. Whether you guys are following me or just I am talking. I want to say, what I am trying to tell you, I am giving you the concept of economics of machining. Economics of machining. So basically this problem is thermodynamics problem. Thermodynamics. Heat is equal to ms delta T. So 12 kilowatt is being absorbed at the cutting. 85% of heat is generally taken away by the cutting oils, cooling oils, right? So 80%. So 12 in kilowatt into 0.85 equal to mass flow rate 50 liter. 50 liter. What is the density? What is the density? Specific gravity is given to you. Specific gravity 0.9. So no issue. Specific gravity. Right now, it is 900 is the density. Density is 900. It is lighter than water. Lighter. Specific gravity is your density of a fluid divided by density of a standard fluid. Standard fluid is water. So 100. So it is 100. Right? Now, so 900 into this flow, 5 liter. 5. 5 into 10 raised to power minus 3 divided by, you write either 10 per power kilowatt, you cancel, then your 60 into delta T. Determine the rise in temperature of the coolant. So delta Tu is equal to what? So 0.49 degrees centigrade. Clear? So MS heat, this is total power. 80% is taken by coolant, and you know this is density because specific gravity is 0.9, and this is your flow rate. Right now, M is equal to rho Q, and S is your specific heat. Specific heat, how much? 2800. Then delta T. You can calculate this. I am giving, not given. Mistake. Okay, fine. You take. Clear? Everybody is clear? Bolo bhai. Similar problem. Metal removal rate is equal to pi d average into, tomorrow we'll discuss, okay, average d into f into n. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Tomorrow. Shall we discuss tomorrow? Or you want to continue now? You want to continue now or tomorrow? Tell me. Anybody problem? Tell me. Ravi Chandran, no problem. Satyam Jaiswal, tomorrow. Amal, no problem. Tomorrow. Ravi Raj, tomorrow. Okay. Many guys are saying tomorrow. So we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for joining the class. Good night. Good night, Ravi Chandran ji. Good night. Yes, yes, I will provide last class, Satyam. Okay, thank you all. Thank you. Thank you so much.